All right, so welcome again to Military Guna TV. Thank you very much for joining me, people. And so the JPL has gotten the green light to have fans. We'll be getting the details of that, and we also will be doing the match day reviews of the JPL games that played over the weekend. But we'll be getting to the details of everything. But before we do that, people, please remember smash the like button, hit that subscribe button as well. Before we get into the meat of the matter. Hope you guys are doing good. Hope you guys are having a good day. And guess what? Let's get on with the show. Come here! So people, all right. So the JPL has gotten the green light. Let me see. I'm getting the article. To have fans in the stadium. They will be having spectators. So let me read the article. It came out in the Gleaner this morning. Chairman of the Jamaica Premier League, Christopher Williams, says his organization is now very close to a return of spectators for this season matches. Yeah. Williams was speaking just before an announcement from the Ministry of Local Government that the fans would be allowed at 4 venues island-wide. Initially, Williams had identified 6 controlled venues for the purpose of inviting fans to games. Whenever approval comes down the pipes, 4 of those venues have been approved. The original 6 venues requested were St. Catherine Hall, Juxal Hall, National Stadium, Stadium Eastfield, Sabina Park, and Tony Spalding Sports Complex. So that's good. That's spread right across. That is spread right across the region. So that is good. That is good. Let me read some more. The government, in a late evening press release, approved the National Stadium, Stadium East, Sabina Park, and Jux Hall in St. Anne. We all know that these were the same venues used for the schoolboy football. So I believe that they would have really done the necessaries with even ISA to know if they have that venue in such a close, tight-knit area where they can control the crowd. So let me read a little bit further. According to the release, 1,300 fully vaccinated fans will be allowed at Juxal, but a percentage of the total capacity of the others was still being worked out. I am keenly aware that our football fans have been waiting for the chance to give their personal support to their local teams, and this is the start of the process. Read a quote from the Minister of Local Government, Desmond Mackenzie. This is what he said. The government continues to review applications submitted for various events. In keeping with our commitment to restoring social life in a sustainable way, subject to the COVID-19 indicators in this regard. I will be making an announcement regarding the entertainment sector very soon. In the meantime, I strongly encourage our citizens who have not yet done so to get vaccinated, and therefore speed up the pace at which we can return to full social life, said Mackenzie. So Paul Christie, General Manager of Dumble Holding, said this club welcomed the return of fans because it would add a lot of value to the season. It is very welcome at this time. The spectators had more than one benefit to the league. Yeah, more than the money, right? more than the money. Yeah, that's what it is. This will mean gate receipts for JPL and will trickle down to the clubs. One of the massive benefits of the spectators, yeah, exactly, the money. The players who also feed off the energy of the spectators to help them lift their game and to cheer them during the matches. Chris said 12 teams are taking part in the season. JPL will enter week 6 come this weekend. So in all aspects, people, that is good news. That is some very, very good news for the JPL supporters as myself. And I do believe that with this going forward, money can now actually flow into the program a bit better, because the fans spend a lot more money than what people even do, because when you're at the stadium, food sell inside, fans are buying food, fans are buying their drinks in the stadium, and those aspects are a big part of the footballing aspect in what we do in the world of football. So that is just how it is. So let's get to the JPL games, people, the games that played over that weekend. So pretty much some damning results, I would say. not everyone would, I would say, would walk away with what they want. Both champions are not champions. Both teams at the top of the table, basically fumbled the bag. Both teams at the top of the table literally fumbled the bag. People, they fumbled the bag big time in Waterhouse and also Mount Pleasant. But we're gonna start from match day one. We're gonna start from match day one. Let me see if I can pick that up. Match day one. I think match day one was let me see. Give me a second, people. Give me a second. Waterhouse versus Malines. Good. So that was on the 12th of February. Waterhouse versus Malines. That was the first Saturday match where we saw Waterhouse. This is what I'm talking about, people. Waterhouse were literally, they were the leading team. They were the team at the top of the league at that point in time. And Malines really turned up with a different flavor, different style. And I always spoke about Malines in a team in which they play good football, but they don't get the result. That is the problem. They play good football, but they don't get the result. And because of that, they have a level of inconsistency. They do have dangerous players, but I mean, the likes of even Sutherland, very good player. But this time around, they play some football, and I was surprised that they really had Waterhouse on the back foot. I was really surprised that they had Waterhouse on the back foot for this one, and they defeated Waterhouse. And it wasn't an easy game, but it definitely showed that. I think Waterhouse came into this game a little bit too confident. Let's move to the next game. We have Umberlands facing Cavaliers. Now, Cavaliers start off the season on a slow run. No, one of the things, the reason why I believe that Cavaliers are facing so much problem is that Cavaliers having problems transitioning from attack to from defense to attack in a timely manner. They move the ball so slow, and I think that they need to step it up a bit. Maybe it's early season, so you can't really beat onto them for that. But that is one of the things. That is one of the things that I've seen from Cavaliers so far. They move the ball a bit too slow in the transition from defense to attack. But they defeated Umberlands 1-0 in a tight-knit game also. And then now the next my bad. It's Portmore versus that was the game before. I think that was the game before. Cavaliers played today actually. That was the game before. I didn't cover that game. Maybe that's the reason why I'm talking about it. So the next game was Portmore United versus Umberlion FC. No, you can clearly see that Portmore United is a different team when the likes of Shea Smith is playing. But it was a tough game for both teams. Tough game for Umberlands and Portmore United. Both teams shared goal apiece. And they just have to walk away with that 1 point. I think Umberland could have they got a few clear-cut chances. They could have gotten away with maybe 2 goals, but just poor finishing from the Umberland team. Then we have Dumble Olin versus Mount Pleasant. People. No, the Cavaliers game played Saturday. Yeah, it was the second game. Okay, yeah, my bad, my mistake. We have Dumble Olin versus Mount Pleasant, another 1-1 draw. I think I predicted this 1-1 draw between Dumble Olin and Mount Pleasant. No, I predicted a 1-0 win because Dumble Olin are playing good football. Dumble Olin, Waterhouse, Mount Pleasant, these guys are playing some good football. I don't know why. Dumble is one of the teams, just as Malines, playing good football, not reaping the result. But they turn up, and I'm so upset about this game in particular. I'm very upset about this game. Mount Pleasant had the game in hand, and they started the time waste a bit too early. They started time wasting way too early before maybe like the 70th minute, and then because of that, in the last dying moment of the game, Dumble Olin nick one. So we have Cavaliers versus Harborview now. Cavaliers with a red card. I think it was Richard King. I believe it was Richard King. Let me see if I can get back. I strongly believe it was Richard King. I can't remember. Why can't I remember? But I do believe it was Richard King who got the red card. Yes, it was on the 19th minute. Richard King got the red card. But they walk away with that 1-0 victory over Harborview. Good game to watch. It was a good game. At least in this time, the pace, the way they're moving, is still slow, but I do see the transition from defense to attack quite smoothly. Then we have Hornet defeating Veer. I have major issues with Veer. Veer, they play so defensive minded. I'm not sure if it's just how Dookie trains his team. They play so defensive minded. They have good defensive structure. But the problem is that they're still conceding, but they're not attacking. They're not attacking. The most goal or the Veer team plays, the most goal that Veer would play would score would be 1 goal or 2 goals, the maximum. They don't play with that attacking flair. Too rigid in the defensive structure. But Hornet come out with a bang, hitting 2 goals past Veer, and Veer all could have gotten back 1 goal. And that game ended 2-1. Then we have Mobe versus Tivoli, which was a good game of football. Early goal by, I think it was Mobe scored first in the early part. Is it Brown? I believe it was Brown. Let me check back, people. Let me check back. No, Barton. Yeah, Barton in the 2 minutes, in the second minute, early part. Iwan Barton. About 2 minutes into the game, and then Brown scored the second goal. Warner Brown scored the last goal. Warner Brown is in actually some good form. Warner Brown is in some really good form. And that covers the entirety of the league. How the table sets right now, we have Mount Pleasant at the top on 13 points with only 1 draw. We have Watos now scarring their sheet in regards to losses. They didn't lose any game. Only Watos and Mount Pleasant didn't lose any game. And now Watos actually scarred with that loss to, I think, was Malines, I believe. Malines, yes. But then we have Dumble All in third position. Dumble All in. I'm telling you, Dumble All are playing really good football. We have Cavaliers in 4th on 9 points. We have Hornet in 5th on 8 points. Harborview in 6th. And then it trickles down. But so far, Veer, I can definitely understand the reason why Veer is at the bottom of the table. I can understand that because Veer, they're not scoring any goal. Veer, there's no way you can play 4 games, and you only score 3 goals. You have to work on that. Lions scoring goals, but these guys are leaking. Lions scored 6 goals so far and conceded 11. These guys are leaking. But what I do believe, if you want to project high up the table, you have to score more goals. Goals is sufficient in winning any football game. Goals is sufficient in winning in any football game. And if you don't score goals, you will always find yourself in problems. If you don't find the back of the net, you will always find yourself in major problem. So for this game week 5, Mount Pleasant is the team who walked away at the top of the table with 0 losses so far. Zero losses so far, in which I think that is a very good. But we'll see. They are a team that are playing the better football right now. And Watos is playing good football. I'm not sure why they're not reaping the result. In accordance to they score more goals. But I think that once they tighten up that defensive aspect, but that one-off game against Malines, I think just a one-off game because they've only conceded 4 goals so far. Watos have only conceded 4 goals so far, and they conceded 2 of those goals in 1 game. So I do believe that they're doing good this season. But it's between Mount Pleasant and Watos, who are the 2 most consistent teams right at this moment. Time will tell. And how high their consistency will be throughout the rest of the season. Mount Pleasant got the 3 points and they didn't take it. They got the 3 points and they didn't take it, people. And they started to waste time and stuff. But that's how it is, people. Until next time, people. Glad you guys tune in. Make sure you guys smash the like button, hit that subscribe button as well, people. Make sure that you do. Until next time, I'll see you again. Military Guna TV, people, and we are out.